Kia ora comrades, I'm Sophie Moldy, and I've decided to start a bit of a cosplay challenge run for Armored Core 6. As you may know from the video title, this build is based on Blackout, the first Decepticon we saw on the big screen when Transformers revived its brand in 2007 with the movies. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. This mission was as easy as it should be. I had initially placed the stun needle launchers on to look like rotor blades. However, when I remembered they also cause electric discharge, I decided I'd use them like the EMPs that Blackout used to wipe out the Air Force Base. Using them, however, leaves me open to be attacked for a moment, so I knew that if I'm going to use them, I should make sure that I'm going to hit something. Luckily for me, these turrets are static targets, so we blow them up, wipe out some stragglers, and on to the next mission. Next, we have to wipe out a few Bailey Mentee squads. I took a second from all the blasting to kick this one helicopter out of the sky, which is what I hope you do with that subscribe button. Anyways, the last squad arrived, so I fly on over and give them a taste of my Assault Armor Shockwave, finishing them off. This mission should be Blackout's specialty, wiping out transport helicopters so none of the Rubicon Liberation Front can escape. It was a simple and quick mission, so I took my time and wiped out the tetrapod while I was there, and a couple of stragglers before finishing off the rest of the helicopters, ensuring that there were no survivors this time. Armored Core is dead. Next. I really enjoy this mission. Not just for the fights, but for how much shit G1 Michigan talks to his own fucking subordinates. It would be a real shame if we had to kill him later on down the line. Anyways, halfway through the mission, we are contacted by the Rubicon Liberation Front, offering to pay us double to turncoat on the two red guns joining us, Iguazu and Volta. Blackout is many things. A robot in disguise, a war criminal, grey, but he is loyal and follows his orders. We refuse the offer and proceed to blow up their last generators as well as destroy Index Dunham. The hardest part of this mission for me has always been getting to the Strider itself, because I always fail to dodge the laser. After tanking a fat one to the face, we unload a couple of needles in its leg and bring it down. Once we're up, we get good timing on the laser, allowing us to take out the sub-generators quickly before engaging the eye on top. Poor thing didn't get a chance to fire before I ended up destroying it. After listening to Snail talk shit for the millionth time this week, we get on to Operation Wall Climber. I fired off my shockwaves and hoping of destroying both of the Gatling cannons, but they must have just been out of range. Nothing my trusty machine gun can't solve. The tetrapod out front, however, put up a bit of a fight, stunning me every time he managed to hit me with his rocket launcher, which happened quite a bit because my AC is fairly slow, so I ended up feeding him some needles for breakfast as well. After clearing out the MTs inside the wall, I restocked on ammo and was reintroduced to the best boy of the game, V4 Rusty. Once the Juggernaut made its presence known, we double teamed it. Much to my dismay, that dickhead Snail ordered Rusty to retreat, leaving me to fight alone. Much like many Decepticons, however, we have the advantage of flight, so getting myself over the top and claiming another dub for the Decepticons was easy as. This mission's simple as, just collect at least 5 combat logs before time runs out. So I decided to collect all 8 logs and wipe out the remaining enemies, including little ZE. Blackout isn't known for running recon, however seek and destroy is his specialty. Good thing the head I chose for the design had a decent scan range, so spotting the stealth mechs wasn't too hard. After dropping into the well, I positioned myself so that I can hit the stealth mechs with a shockwave upon entry. I'd only managed to hit one of them, but luckily it was one of the free snipers, so after killing him I didn't have to worry about dodging 2 of them, while I took down the shielded melee mech. Once he was down, the snipers were easy pickings for the stun needles. The last mission of this chapter is my bread and butter. We wipe out the troops in the first area and move on. I thought I'd get the drop on this next set of enemies and turrets and climb up the side of the building on the left, but I ended up finding myself a data log that I'd never even collected. So if you haven't found this one, there you go. We get a drop on our enemies, wipe them out before the turrets could even fire off a shot, and make our way to the control center. The battle with Sula was tough as he had the speed advantage. However, with enough consecutive hits with the stun needles, he was easy peasy. We destroy the device, get introduced to our Space Oil GF and it's time to fight Bolteus. I don't understand why they nerfed Bolteus. He was easy enough before, but now that I can dodge his missiles with this heavy mech, it's like, fuck. So, you know, I thought I'd just show you the fight in its entirety. Thanks for watching, have a good day.
Autonomous PCA craft, Blackout. You'll have to break its pulse armor to inflict meaningful damage. Pulse armor down. Now's your chance, Raven. I've taken your comms link offline. The waves are intensifying. Raven, get clear. Massive heat signature. Evasive action, Raven. The enemy can't take much more.
AP at 50%.
Enemy systems down. It's silent.